If you would like to drive more organic traffic to your Amazon product listing, you might want to focus more on keyword research. In this video, we will show you how you can find best performing keywords using Helium 10's Cerebro tool. In addition to that, we will also show you Amazon advertising PPC strategy, one strategy which will help you to boost your sales by using these new keywords which you find during the research. And if you want to try Helium 10's tool for yourself, you will find the link and discount code below in the description.
Hi, my name is Nikki from Orange Klik, and today I will be showing you how to increase sales by optimizing your listings using Cerebro tool by Helium 10. Plus, if you stick at the end of this video, I will also show you how to extract the best keywords from our discovery keyword research and a PPC trick on how to set up a PPC ad campaign to boost your organic ranking even higher and get more conversions. Helium 10's Cerebro tool is a very powerful tool that not only can help you research and find out how your listing is performing in terms of organic and paid traffic rankings, but also lets you explore that of your competitors as well. If you're just launching or your product's already launched on Amazon, what you want to do next is to try to gather as many reviews for your product before you can start playing against the major league players in your niche market. To do that, you may start with the retail readiness checklist of your listing. And these are the questions that you will ask yourself as an Amazon seller. First, are your product images at par to the rest, or if not, even better than your competitors? In connection to that, is your hero image lifestyle photos engaging, and does it describe your product correctly? Second, how about your unique selling points or USPs? Did you emphasize these on your infographics, A+ content, or product descriptions? Third, is your delivery option faster than your competitors? Fourth, do you provide coupons to your customers to motivate them from choosing your product and leave good reviews? And lastly, if you have the most relevant keywords in your listings, this should be the top of your list when you also want to be visible in the Amazon space or algorithm. Now that we are in the subject of keywords, ranking at the top or the top of search page is the ultimate goal in order to get your listings exposed to the right audience. More exposure to the prime real estate means that you will have more CTR or click-through rate and more opportunities for conversion. No customers will check to the third page to see what they wanted to buy. It's almost always the ones being bought is on the first page of the search results page. And to do that, you should always be able to monitor the performance of your keywords constantly, count out bleeders on a PPC perspective, and introduce new keywords from your discovery keyword research. If this tickles your Amazon seller interest, let's start by showing you this product that we are going to focus on today. We're going to look into optimizing this listing that we chose that is going to be our product. This is called the PICC line shower cover. This is a niche market which solves the problem of those customers that have to constantly get frequently inpatient or outpatient treatments. And the purpose is to cover and protect those PICC lines from infection, and at the same time eliminates the other causing factors that will make the customers live a better, more manageable lives. You can differentiate with different designs so that you can match it with your customers' lifestyles, or you can also tap to the older or younger market or kids market by creating another design suitable for the age group and needs. First things first, we will introduce the key metrics that you as a seller should look into when you're looking into optimizing your product listing in keyword research part of your product listing. First is the keyword relevancy. Check that the only most relevant keywords that best describes your product and the market you are trying to offer it to is included in your title, product description, and even the back-end search term. When you did your automatic targeting campaigns in the launching phase, it is guaranteed that not all of these keywords will be relevant to your listing. So be aware of that and choose carefully. Second is the search volume. If the keyword you are choosing doesn't have enough search juice or volume, then there will be lesser chances of your product to reach the right warm market who is ready to buy your product. You can go as low as 500 search volume per month to find those long-tail keywords that is more specific, relevant, and still packs a powerful punch to get those traffic to your listing, and thus making it more effective to be actively looking for it and adding to your listing. Third is the conversion rate. If the keywords you are choosing does not convert into sales, it also affects its conversion rate. So you have to be vigilant in which of these keywords are performing well with conversions and which ones are not performing anymore. They are called bleeders. It means that you spend more ad spend than actually getting a sale from it. So it is important to be vigilant in identifying these high spender keywords and at least lower the bids or pause these keywords in the ad campaign, and focusing more on those strong performing keywords to get ranked higher or inject new keywords that will get your product indexed and another opportunity for the traffic to convert into sales. Now, how do we explore those keywords that our competitors are using, especially our top competitors? And how do we use that to our advantage? We do that by starting with doing an X-ray of the search term PICC line shower cover. Okay, first things first, we are going to do the X-ray using the Chrome Extension tool of Helium 10, and we will do a quick overview of the performance of this keyword phrase. As you can see, the search volume for PICC line shower cover is at 1,701 with a search volume trend of in 30 days, it increased. You can go as far as 90 days to see the search trend of this keyword search term, and for as well as 1 year and all time. So as you can see, it never really went down, but you can see that there is a constant demand about this product. So you can see that the average revenue for this product is around $6,000 and an average price of $19, and an average review of all the collective competitors is under 500, which is 455. We can filter the results by hiding the sponsored products. What I'm going to see is just those that are ranking organically. So I'm going to choose, for example, this one. I'm going to choose this as my product. And what I'm going to do next is to choose my top 10 competitors. So you can choose to select the best performing ASINs according to the revenue. Okay, let's do a sort of the highest to lowest revenue. And what I'm going to do is to select the competitors. So be aware to not select this product because it doesn't look like the ones that I'm trying to sell. So only choose the competitors that looks the same and the size as well. So for example, this one, it doesn't look the same as the ones that I'm choosing right here, and as well as this one. So it's important to choose so you can have a more accurate results. And so here I have it, my 10 competitors. What I'm going to do right now is to run a Cerebro to check the performance of the keywords. What Cerebro does is to get all the keywords from these listings, that these top competitors that I just selected, which are performing really well. And I want to get those keywords and use it to my listing. And Helium 10's Cerebro will do that for me in just a matter of seconds. Alright, so now we have a lot of data. By the way, the data that they are pulling here is directly coming from Amazon database. So you can be sure that the results here are data-based. This will really help you as an Amazon seller to make smart data-driven decisions. And so what I'm going to do here is to exclude variations and then get keywords again. This entails me to get only the keywords from these listings and not from the child ASINs or the variations that are not performing, and make sure that we are only getting the keywords that is really driving those traffic and sales to these top ASINs. So for the filters, what I'm going to do is just set a minimum search volume. For me, 500 is enough search volume. And for example, the match type, I only want to see those keywords that are ranking organically, and the relative rank is from top 1 to top 30. So I'm only going to look for those keywords that my competitors are ranking on the top of the search page. So from the page 1 of the search page of the results page. And so those are the things that I'm going to look for. And I want to filter that out because right now I have 3,426 filtered keywords, and I want to really narrow it down to the most relevant keywords. So when I apply the filters, now I am down to 133 filtered keywords. So that really saves me time in filtering out those keywords that is not relevant at all to my listing. And so now I have those keywords that is used by my competitors and they are ranking successfully at the top of the search page. And so what I'm going to do next is to just look into the search volume if they have enough search volume. And true enough, they do have substantial search volume, which I can use. And for example, the title density, for example, this one, PICC line shower cover, 24 of the 30 competitors that are currently in the top of the search page is ranking using this keyword. And so what I'm going to do is to look for those other keywords that has lower title density, which means I can see and check if I can get into that and run my PPC ads. So 133 filtered keywords is still a lot. And then so what would make me invest in new keywords that none of my competitors haven't been able to successfully index? So what I'm going to do here is to export this data into an Excel file. And what I'm going to do next is to open the Excel file. And what I'm going to do is to show you here how to know the relevancy of these keywords based on the parameters that we set a while ago. So I will only want to see those keywords that my competitors are currently ranking from the top of the search page, which is normally 30 products. So that's why we set the ranking up to 30. And so in order for me to process this, I will delete some of the columns here. I don't need this column. I will only return the search volume and delete these columns as well and retain the position rank, and then delete relative rank to competition performance. All right, so these columns here represents the 10 ASINs that I selected a while ago, the 10 competitor ASINs. And what I'm going to do next is to determine the relevancy of these keywords in connection to the ASINs or the top competitors that I chose a while ago. So we will call this new column here relevancy column. So how relevant are they? And so the formula here is count if the 2 up to the last ASIN, comma, is less than 30. So we will see how relevant is this keyword in connection to the 10 ASINs here. So it means that with this keyword search term, 9 out of 10 of my competitors are currently ranking on the top of the search page, 1 to 30. And what I'm going to do is just click here and I will be able to see the rest of the results here. And then what I'm going to do is to select all of this and then create a filter and then sort my relevancy column from highest to lowest. So I would like to see which of those keywords are having the highest relevancy. Okay, so I'm going to just choose up to number 4. The highest relevancy is 4. That is my threshold, but it's up to you as well if you can still choose those keywords that is relevant, because, well, it means that only 2 of your competitor ASINs are ranking from these keywords. However, it is really up to you to still try and include this in your relevancy and include this in one of your metrics. So we have this newly discovered keywords here that has a relevancy of at least 60% of our top 10 competitors, and these are the main drivers of conversion and sales to your product. Try to include this in your listing, to your title, to your product description, and try to get indexed, because based on the data that we have seen right now, these are the keywords that are really driving conversions and is really enabling your competitors to rank on the first page. We do the next mile by inserting 5 rows above, and what I'm going to do is determine which of these competitors is easy to compete with or which ones are not so, with medium competition, and which one is high competition, which means the keywords that we are going to compete with this ASIN is going to be difficult to rank for, and therefore we are not going to even try to compete there until we already get our enough conversions to be able to compete with them. So in order to do that, I'm going to set up a relevancy here, starting with this position rank. This is our ASIN number 1. So count if the 7 until relevancy score of 4 is 16. So I'm going to include the 16, and then we say is lower than 30. Okay, and then we will just copy and paste this all the way to the last ASIN. There you have it. We have the relevancy score of the whole ASIN competitor with regards to the accumulation of the keywords from here. Okay, and so now we will determine how much of the percentage of their relevancy is with these keywords. So what I'm going to do is to get the percentage. So from D7 until D16. Okay, so there we have it. I will just format it to percentage. There you have it. So we have 50% for ASIN number 1, and then we have 100 for ASIN number 2, 90% relevancy for ASIN number 3, 20% for ASIN number 4, 100% for ASIN number 5, 10% for ASIN number 6, 10% for ASIN number 7, 20% for ASIN number 8, 10% for ASIN number 9, and 80% for ASIN number 10. So what I'm going to do is just put here easy competition. So what is the percentage for determining easy competition? So basically 0 to 40 or below 40% is considered easy competition, and medium competition is considered 40 to 70% relevancy, and for the high competition, so 70% and above. So now it is easier for you to, as an Amazon seller, to focus on the keywords that is, 1, the most relevant to your product listing, 2, has the least amount of competitors. For example, I would definitely include this keyword phrase in my product listing right now that I know that it has relevancy of 4 and above, because 4 out of 10 of my ASIN competitors are ranking for this one. Cast sleeve waterproof arm, shower sleeve for arm cast, PICC line covers. I would bank on this and try to index and rank for this as well. And so my next job would be to determine, for example, which of my competitor ASINs are the easy competitors and which ones are medium and high. So I'm going to just color code this to, let's color them in green. And then for the medium, I'm just going to color them in orange. And then for the high, I'm going to color them in red. Okay. So what does this data tell me? This data tells me that I can direct my PPC campaigns into these less performing ASINs, which means that I can do a product targeting as well on these ASINs. And I know that I can definitely, if I will start getting indexed on these keywords, I can definitely knock them out because they have relevancy scores of less than 40%. So now that I know and I have the data, what I will do is to still look for the other keywords here and try to add them on my back-end search terms. Okay, so these are still very important data, and what you can do is to process them either on Frankenstein or go directly and add them to your back-end search terms and just avoid the duplicates if ever there is. So it's really easy to do that. And you now have 10 very relevant keywords that you know that your competitors are currently ranking and is the main drivers of conversion and sales to their products. So this is really important data for you to know. And we really showed you how easy it is to process these keywords in this way. And we were able to give you one PPC strategy. What I mean by this is, for example, I'm going to open... Okay, I will put the ASIN here. That is my low competition. So what I'm going to do is show you the product detail page of this ASIN. And what I'm going to do is to put my ad campaigns either here on this part of the listing under the buy box, or here in this part of this product detail page. That way, I will be able to get this part of the listing. I will be able to take away the eyes of the customer and get the sale. But of course, what I'm going to put here is my top selling ASIN, or the ASIN that has more reviews and have better images. Or, for example, another tip is to run a PPC campaign that is just solely for this list of keywords that has a relevancy score of 4 up to 9. And then run an exact, broad, and phrase match on these keywords and see how it performs. And then from there, after a week or so, you'll be able to see which keywords are you indexing already. And you can check that as well here in the other tools of Helium 10. So other tools of Helium 10, and you can really definitely check that out in your index checker if you have already indexed from Amazon with those keywords, as well as Helium 10 magnet. So this is also another way for you to check the performance of your keywords into your own listing. So again, Helium 10 tool has showed us a lot of incredible tools that will help you as an Amazon seller to optimize your product listings and get more sales. Again, if you like the videos that we produce, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe Orange Klik channel. And don't forget, if you want to try out Helium 10 for the first time, check out our coupon codes in the description of this video below. Again, this is Nikki from Orange Klik. Have a good one.
If you enjoyed this video, click the like button below, subscribe to our channel. If you would like to try Helium 10 tools for yourself, don't forget that you can always find the link below in the description, as well as a few discount codes. And if you have additional questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, and we will try to make sure that they are answered. And now I would like to invite you to watch more videos about Helium 10. It's the whole playlist where you can learn more about this great tool and how it can help in your Amazon business.